Hi, this is Rachel, speaking to you now. Please do not drive or operate any machinery whilst listening to this audio. Some of the things I speak about may be triggering. Please make sure you are in a safe frame of mind to continue. This is not intended to be medical or mental health advice, and I am not a certified mental health professional. In the case of an emergency, please contact your local resources. Moving away from suicide. There is hope. It does exist. But my life in the past 2 weeks seems kind of hopeless. It's as if my life is just one disappointment after another. I thought I needed to be in the hospital. I thought I needed that kind of help. There was a day in my week that was very dramatic. The sheriffs showed up. I got checked into the crisis stabilization unit. It's not a hospital, and it's funded by the county. 6 hours later, I found myself back home. That was not planned. None of it was. And so instead of being in a hospital right now, I'm writing at a donut shop. Except they spelled donut with a D-O-U-G-H at the beginning. My spelling, D-O-N-U-T, is abbreviated, I guess. There are large elephants painted on the outside of the one-story building, which take up most of the length and height of the building itself. And I am here. I'm not sure I like this, but I don't hate it. And I don't really get outside of my apartment very much. I'm here. And I still feel disappointed with life, disappointed with myself. Much to my chagrin is a phrase I would use for my situation right now. And if I don't need to be in a psych ward, well, what am I doing here, out on the streets, or by the street in this case? What is happening to where I'm integrated into society today? Is this a part of my healing? Being out in the world like a quote unquote normal person. Someone who can live outside of their traumatic past and actually have a life? What is this ludicrous folly of a thing that I get to go somewhere out of my own will for a simple coffee and a donut? Don't get me started on the cost of going out. The financial cost, my donut and coffee were $8.75. And if I had made coffee at home like I do almost every day, it could have amounted to 25 cents for the cup's ingredients. There is a price to being out in the world at times, and it's not just financial. It's emotional too. It makes me feel better. With the peppy music on the loudspeakers and the sugar in the pastry, comfort food, and a non-negative environment. A shop that has no negative mental associations to it for me. It's helping me to get out of my mind, wherein I've been stuck for eternity, it seems. The "I'm not okay" mantra becomes less powerful. The "I feel better" phrase takes precedence. And although I'm not okay some of the time, this outing gives me hope for being okay some of the time too. It's not exactly fair. I want to languish in my not okayedness more, because the old unhelpful mental programming over the last 15 years or more says that me being not okay and me being hurt is what I am worthy of. And me feeling okay is such an anomaly that I want to stick with what is familiar to me, my normal of being suicidal, and having that as an out, so that when shit goes wrong and my intense self-hatred is triggered, I do have a way out that is of my own volition and decision making. Suicide. Of course, suicide is never the right answer, but my attachment to the concept of suicide has gotten me through a lot of awful times. Now I'm supposed to slowly move away from suicide as a solution to my problems, and more towards creating a life worth living. I'm just not sure I'm ready to live yet. But I will choose to stay alive for now, and maybe that's a win, my win, for the time being. To just exist in this awful and disappointing world until the heaviness begins to lift and I can be the me I was always meant to become. Ohne die Traurigkeit, without the sadness, with more of hope.